Welcome back, One Wise Food. Let me get a sip of this before I even start. Got to focusing on that little green dot on my phone while I'm talking, because when I look that way, everything always just be seeming off. That's some hot chocolate right there. It's cold outside. I got a hoodie right there, but I took that baby off because we got to get to it. So let's talk about the cycle that I was in, bro. So I was in a cycle of relapsing over and over and over and over again, fam. And bro, I'ma just, start off with, when I was 12, bro. When I was 12, I seen a lot of things that I shouldn't have seen, bro. I've seen people get their head cut off on the internet. I've seen a lot of different people, I've seen a lot of stuff that I shouldn't have seen when I was 12. So, understanding that, now I can see that my brain wouldn't develop. I talked about this in one of my videos on One Truth Talk, right? And you might be dealing with something that has stemmed from your childhood, right? I'm not gonna try to make this about me, man, but I have to talk about my experience because, I really feel like, bro, I don't even cry, bro, but like 2 nights ago, bro, I just sat there and cried, and I've obviously had a mentor to help me get through my times, but what I'm gonna talk about with you is not your average advice or your average regular smuggler Joe. I always say regular smuggler Joe. They're not gonna tell you what I'm about to tell you, dog, because the stuff that I learned, bro, it was only by the grace of God, right? So let me talk about, when I was in high school. When I was in high school, bro, I used to hang around a lot of different girls, dog. I had a lot of different Neanderthal white girls, right? I had a lot of different white girls around me, but I had a lot of different girls regardless, black, all type, right? And bro, I used to beat my shit a lot, but it's like, I can't remember it, but I remember, like, bro, I used to just go out and party a lot. I was drinking a lot when I was 15. I don't drink now. I ain't drank since I was 17 years old, maybe 17 or 16. I'm 22 now. But I got into vaping, real young. And then, it was a lot of popularity stuff, man. Your boy was really popping in high school. I ain't gonna lie. And that's why I do what I do now. You feel what I'm saying? But I want to say, man, like when I graduated, I started semen retention at 17. I don't even know how it happened. Maybe it was quarantine that got me into that state. But I will say, I feel like when quarantine happened, that was the first time that I actually had to sit with myself and really just, face myself, and everybody had to do that. That was what was great about that time period. Everybody had to sit with themselves, right? But I remember, man, I was just going through it, and everybody around me around quarantine, dog, like they didn't understand what was going on. Like I was watching a guy named Soluminati. A lot of younger guys know who that is, and probably older guys, right? And I was showing my mom all type of different stuff. It was like I was having some type of awakening, but it was kind of like they were kind of denying it because it was new to their programming. You feel what I'm saying? Let me get a sip of this. So, since it was new to their programming, they probably thought something was going on with me, like some type of psychosis or something. So it was like my junior year, right? And then my senior year came, bro. I was a totally different man. It's crazy, bro, because senior year, bro, like my hair started growing. So like junior year, my hair wasn't growing at all. I feel like my junior year in high school, dog, I was whacking my shit so much that my hair stopped growing, right? So I'm gonna say when I was set, let me just go fast forward back again. Let me take my supplements, dog, because I forgot to take those. This is the macaroon. This is the macaroon, and then this is my omega fatty 3 fish oils. 2-in-1. This shit hot. God damn, this hot chocolate hot. Alright, it ain't go down all the way, but we're gonna get it down once it cool down. So, my senior year, my hair started growing out, bro. I got my car, everything went up. And at the time, I didn't know about patterns. I didn't really understand what was going on, but I was starting to meditate a lot. I was starting to visualize a lot. And I'm gonna just fast forward a little bit more because it's a lot, dog. I got my car. I started kind of going out, picking up everybody. And I remember I feel like I had the wrong energy around me. My engine got seized, you know what I'm saying? My engine got seized, and I was stuck at home once again. So my mother had to bring me to work. Bring me to work, bring me to school. It was just a constant, constant battle of the same thing over and over again, family. So I ended up getting my car back. When I got my car back, I ended up starting doing YouTube. So I ended up purchasing a YouTube camera. Once I purchased that YouTube camera, I started streaming on Flix TV. Shout out Flix TV. If you ain't subscribed, go subscribe. If you're not subscribed, it's perfectly fine. Stay over here on One Wise Food. I understand I got different people for different things, right? That's why I got so many different separate channels, right? So I was locked in, man. And then somehow I found out about semen retention. Now, the first month going, like the first time on this, bro, I went like 7 months, probably 8, bro. I was in the gym for like 9 hours straight, bro. That was like when I really got big. I always worked out, but I had so much energy. So I'd probably like wake up early in the morning. I was eating my oats. I go to the gym. I come back. I stream for like 4 hours, 5 hours, and then I repeat the process. This was like summer 2021. So I'm gonna say, dog, I remember that I don't even want to say got traumatized, because traumatizing, I could say that, you know, you got scarred. I would say you would never get scarred with nothing. I mean, bro, maybe so, but like everything is meant for you, not against you. And when you take control of your life, you really understand this, and you kind of flip the words around. You don't say that because words have spells on them. So if you say I'm stupid, dog, like your concept, like, dog, I hear a lot of people just talking and stuff, and they'll just say like the outrageous things. Like, I'll be like, whoa, don't say that, because do you understand your words have power? Like, a lot of people don't understand this. Like, they be just talking, dog. Like, I can get deep into this, but so back to where I was at. So like, I got like, I've seen some stuff when I was young, right? Like I said, I was looking up at people getting their heads chopped off and everything, and that came back up. That came back up, and I didn't realize that I went so far on semen retention the first time. Of course my shadow had to come out, right? Of course the things in the past had to come out. So, like, I remember, dog, like, this was like the first time I was like, bro, should I watch porn or not? Because I wasn't having sex, bro. I was pushing semen retention to everybody that I knew. It was because it was like a gift from God, bro. Like, it changed my life instantly. So I was like, man, I'm trying to put everybody else on, because, bro, I used to be not confident in high school. Yeah, I used to be around a lot of different people and stuff, but I never had that confidence. Like, it was a level of confidence, but it wasn't like authentic. Like, I kind of used to do things for popularity. Everything was popularity intention-wise, right? But once I got on this, I started seeing girls in my city, because this was my senior year. So when I graduated, I seen some girls working out at the gym and stuff, and then I was still kind of hanging out with different shorties, and I seen my confidence went up, and I was like, damn, bro, like, I gotta put different motherfuckers onto this. You feel what I'm saying? So boom, fam. Tell me why once I did that, bro, like, my life started to change overnight. And once it changed overnight, I kind of started like edging. I started learning how to edge, and I was like, damn, fam, like, edging ain't really the best thing to do, you feel me? Because edging, if you gonna edge, bro, you might as well just go ahead and relapse. Like, edging is just not the best thing to do, fam. But I did that shit for like three to 4 years. And I remember when I got to ATL, bro, I'm gonna just fast forward, right? This is when everything kind of like went downhill, because from 2021 to 2024, when I moved, well, 2023, when I moved to ATL, I always was edging. I would edge, bro. I would go like 2 months, and then I relapse. I go a week, relapse. Bro, but this became a cycle, right? And what I realized was, like, I knew one day that I would get up out of it, but I didn't know when, you feel me? Because I was 20, I was like, bro, I can't be 21 doing this. Like, I'm about to be a grown man. I can't be doing this at 21, bro. So once, I'm gonna say this, bro. Like, I struggled with it so bad. I used to go to the gym, and I used to be like, man, I'm gonna just take this out in the gym. And I'm gonna tell you this, bro, this was amazing. Like, yeah, I got big in the gym, bro. But it's levels to everything in life. And I was watching a guy. I'm not gonna bring it up. I'm not even gonna bring it up, right? But I'm gonna say this, like, when I got to Atlanta, bro, this is when everything changed, because I remember 2023, the start of 2023. Yes, it was the start of 2020. Start of 2023, yeah, start of 2023. Bro, no, my fault, bro, my fault. It was either the start of 2023 or the end of 2023, or like the end of 2022. I don't remember which year I moved to Atlanta. I think it might have been 2023-ish. But look, check this out. So I remember it was the beginning of the year, and my cousin, like, you know, my grandfather died, and my cousin came down here. Her name Ari. Y'all probably will see her. She's in ATO right now. That's exactly where I'm about to relocate at, right? In maybe like a week or two. Like this shit can happen so fast. I'm just waiting on some things for this background check to come through, right? So I can be set up when I go down there. But here's the thing, right? So once I realized I was going to Atlanta, my grandfather died, my cousin came back. Let me slow down, bro. My grandfather had passed. My cousin came from Alabama, well, Atlanta. She was living in Atlanta. She came down here to Louisiana. And like, I didn't see her in a long time, you know what I'm saying? She is a stud, just to let you know, like, so you can get a description of her. And like, bro, she was working at a car dealership and everything at the time. And she came down here, bro. We ate out, me, her, my mom, her, my sister, my other cousin, which is her little brother. We all ate out, and it was just like a great gathering. And I didn't see her in a minute, and she was just telling me about like everything that happened, like, you know, how she changed, like how Atlanta is different and stuff like that. And at the time, I had my own car, you know, so if, like, I was able to move around, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't stuck down here. Like right now, I don't have a car, so it's a little bit more. It was a little bit more arduous leaving Louisiana. But that time, bro, oh, it was a ball game. You feel what I'm saying? So she was telling me, like, I'm making like, you know, 5 bands a month, 10 bands a month for my clothing brand, which was facts, right? You know what I'm saying? And as time goes, I'm gonna say you, because I hate to say like a quote, you will see, you know, the transition, right? And I'm excited for that. But when she came back, bro, she was telling me about that, and I was like, dang, like, you know, down here, nobody doing nothing like that. I mean, I got a homeboy, you know, who really got a store in the mall, and I see some guys doing different things, but man, it was just different. But at the time, I was doing YouTube, so I was the guy down here having the motion. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody in high school and everybody around me knew I was doing YouTube. But let me fast forward, man. So she said, you know, you should come down there, because she seen my mindset. Like, she already tried to get other people in our family to come down there. But for me, she said it was something different to me, because like I was talking about YouTube, I was different, bro. I had that spark. And that was the perfect opportunity, right? So fast forward, man, I'm gonna just say, like, I had told myself, it was like March, I don't even know which year it was, bro, but it was like the beginning of March. I said, bro, I'm gonna isolate myself until I get to Atlanta, and that's what I'm gonna do, right? And it's crazy, I had got a girlfriend in between time, which it was not planned, but you know, and that's a whole nother topic, bro. I can get so deep. I got so much, right? So much insight, family. And then me and her ended up breaking up, and then I went straight to Atlanta faster than what I was supposed to go. I was supposed to go in December. I ended up going right around my birthday, which was September of that year, right? And I really believe that was 2023. I believe that was 2023, bro. Yeah, that was 2023. That was 2023. Because I was in Atlanta for like a year. I was living in Atlanta for a year. So that was 23. And I moved down here back 2020. Yeah, that was 2023, okay? So the beginning of 2023, it was March. And then that was that. Okay, boom. So let me tell you this. When I first got down to Atlanta, bro, like, I drove down there. I only had, like, I had a bunch of clothes in the back of my car and everything, bro. I had my mind like this is a fresh new start. But I still had all the bad habits from Louisiana. All the eating habits, everything, right? So I jumped up and moved. Like, I switched settings fast, dog. But the first 2 weeks, bro, I was holding my seat. Now, I was sleeping on my cousin's floor. I was holding my seat, bro. I felt bliss, dog. Like, but later on, slowly for surely, it was cold around that time, bro. And I slowly started to edge. So this is where everything kind of went, not down, but everything went kind of down. And I see it now, right? Bro, I will be door dashing all day. Let me sip some of this. Hold on. It's cool down now. So I'll be door dashing all day. And bro, like, I was going to the gym a lot. But I would find myself, like, let's say I get an order, right? I have an order, and then, like, I'll park, and then I'll catch myself starting to edge, right? And it would always be like, bro, I would go, and I'll see, like, some fine shit on the internet, and then I get triggered. And, like, dog, this became a constant loop. All when I was in Atlanta, because I was door dashing all in Atlanta. When I first went down there, I was doing nothing but door dashing. I had my pressure washer business. I was knocking from door to door and stuff like that. But eventually, I started Instacarting and doing DoorDash all day, basically. So, bro, like, I'm telling you, bro, like, my attention, I was in Atlanta. I had everything. And let me say this, I was successful. I am successful. That's why I told you, bro, I have to always check myself when I talk, because I am successful. You are successful, right? You are successful. So you got to catch yourself when you're talking like this, family. She got to show you right there, just in there looking and stuff, right? So look, I can feel when people looking and stuff, like just listening. I can just feel it. But listen, bro. So like I'm in Atlanta, bro, and like I'm edging like every day, bro. Like I don't even think I went a month or 2 months in Atlanta without relapsing, bro. Like I would go 2 weeks, 3 weeks, then I'll relapse. And I was like, man, I'm cool with that, because you know, it's like it is what it is. Because like eventually I'm gonna get there, and that was true, bro. Like that was facts, right? But I'm gonna shorten your timestamp so you don't have to go through that. So I remember, dog, like I started getting to like gigs and acting and stuff, really big moves, right? Like Country Wayne, and I got like a couple skips with him, and I started doing 20v1s and Pop the Balloons, and I started doing content on my own. Like my Instagram was like going up at the time, the old Instagram that I did have. And I want to say, bro, like it would be times before I would do something, I would hold my seed, but then afterwards I would feel this down of like, well, I can relapse now. You feel what I'm saying? I'm good now, because, you know, then, you know, I was standing in a townhouse with straight women. Like these girls was, you know, older, like 25. One of them was 29. They model, they do acting and stuff. My cousin was in the house, you know, she a woman. Then I had another girl, she was a roommate. Like, so I was in the house with straight women, fam. And they had one guy that was in there, right? Because it was a big townhouse, it was all in there. But you know, I ended up messing around with one of the shorties, and you know, that was like a little short thing. And that was like the first experience I really had in Atlanta. I only got 2 bodies in Atlanta, dog, the whole time I've been down there, which is actually great. But I'm gonna say, bro, like fast forward when things really started to take off, I'm gonna say, like, bro, when I got in my relationship, right, one of the shorties I got with, you know, she do social media, shout out to her, all love, it's all bliss, right? And I really started to see that that was a problem then, right? Because I realized that, bro, every time God would give me something, I would relapse, or I was stuck in this loop, and I created this prison inside of my mind, which eventually led me back to Louisiana, right? Because my thing is this, dog. The clothing brand went up. My cousin clothing brand was going up, bro. I started to get in front of a lot of different cameras, which I'm still connected with right now, right? And that's what I want to talk about. I'm not gonna make this too long. It's already 17 minutes, but I'm trying to let you know, bro, like when I got in that relationship, you know, it was blissful, right? But I take accountability for everything. Like, had I known how to really stay consistent with being the man that I needed to be, bro, that relationship, who knows what could have happened, right? Because like it was so much fears in my mind, bro, of like the monster that I could become, and like just this me hiding this this habit, and just like doing it even when I was in a relationship. Like I would go off, bro. Like I'm gonna give you a good example, bro. Like my car got repossessed. I talked about that in a couple videos ago. But this girl that I started dating, she had a car, right? And me and this girl ended up like kind of like living in, like moving in with each other, right? I moved in with her, kind of, right? Sort of, right? And I remember, bro, I had started working at Chipotle, bro. It would be days where I would hold my seat, but I couldn't control it. And like I would get off from work, dog, and I would go behind the gas station, dog, and like edge, bro. Like this is real shit. It would be a lot of just times, dog, where I just could not get this vice out of my head, bro. Like I would edge it, and this shit happened for like years, bro. Like I spent hours edging before, like, bro, I spent hours just parking my car. I mean, but like I said, this happened between a span of years, bro. Like it would be days even before I left and went to Atlanta, I would be in my room, bro, and I would spend hours and hours, bro. I would spend a whole day just edging. Looking back, bro, I don't want to say I wasted a lot of time, because I had to go through that, and I was so young. It's like, good thing I did that instead of like drinking. I mean, I drank in high school, so it's like, okay, at least I did that in high school. But then I had to deal with this, you know, 17, 18, 19, and 20, and then kind of like 21, right? So it's like, I don't even think about like the time that was like wasted. I just think about, wow, like that shit really had my attention, right? So when I came back to Louisiana, you know, I'm gonna be honest, dog, that was the problem, right? And I talked to the ex about it and stuff like that, but I'm gonna say I ended up trying to get back on my ADHD medicine. I hate to even say it, I don't have no ADHD medicine. That shit I don't even take that shit no more. But the ADHD medicine that was trying to be prescribed to me, that I was taking in high school and stuff like that, well, like kind of when I was in Atlanta, my mother and my ex was kind of talking on the phone and stuff, right? And I was like, you know, when I get on that, everything gonna be good. I tried to get it prescribed in Atlanta, but they said I had to come back down here to get it and all of that, right? Which was Louisiana, where I'm at right now. Dog, I talk a lot in the present moment. So like, I don't really talk about the past. I don't go in the past. The only reason why I'm going in the past is for these videos. But dog, I live in the present moment, and I create, like, I don't live in the past. And when I was edging and stuff, that shit was keeping me in the past. Like, family, like, this shit is not scripted. I'm just giving it all to you, bro. Like, I would be stuck. Like, you could look at my face and tell this shit is real. Like, bro, I would keep living the same experience over and over and over, because this is how trauma works, bro. When you experience something, it creates these feeling states within you, right? And things around you in this world trigger that, right? So when you see it, it triggers it, and it brings back this sensation through your body, and it makes you and your mind is thinking that you keep reliving the same experience over and over again, and that's how you eventually get caught up in this loop, right? So when I came back to Louisiana, dog, I mean, I'm gonna say this, I ended things with that girl, because I don't even know how I mean, it was a lot of things that happened. I threw my phone at the ground one day, bro. Like, me and her was doing our shit in Atlanta, bro. I ain't gonna lie, we was doing a lot of different things, you know, going to a lot of different content creator things. Shout out to her. But I ended things, dog, because I feel like my higher self was the thing. I never forget, bro. If you know who, I think his name is Joseph Murphy. Not Joseph Murphy, I'm tripping. Last name Murphy. He a preacher, but he kind of like got like a celebrity status or whatever. He got a celebrity church out there. And me and her, we went to this church. And I remember he kind of spoke over me. Like, I remember him looking at me and telling me something, right? But I never forget, around that time, we was going to church. Me and her was going to church. And I remember I went out to her pool one day, and I was like asking God, bro, like, it was just me and God. This was like, I can remember that I was out there like, God, I need something to change. Like, something has to change, bro. And after that, things started taking place, bro. Like, me and that girl, a relationship started to crumble. You know, so I say, God is always listening. I feel like when you're holding your seed, bro, you have you're holding your seed, so your intuition is stronger. You're connected with God, bro. God is within you, right? If anything, God put that in us so we can connect to him. That's like the Wi-Fi, right? When you holding your seed, dog, it's like your Wi-Fi strength is strong, right? When you release, your Wi-Fi strength is weak. So it's like when you get on the internet and you got one bar, that's how it is when you're talking to God. God can't really hear you. It's not God's fault, right? But it's not. This is the thing, dog. You have to understand this, because nobody gonna tell you this in this society. I mean, yeah, you should know it. I mean, when we came out the womb, we was natural. But in this world, dog, everything just ain't like that. You feel what I'm saying? Everything ain't like that. You have to kind of get the knowledge. You gotta knock. You gotta seek, and you'll find it. So when I came back, man, you know, after I ended things off, I came back on the Greyhound bus, bro. I remember the first thing I did when I got home, bro, I had so much energy, dog. Bro, I started like really tapping in with the core fundamentals of myself. Like, when I graduated, I had a big ass book, and I said, this is what I want to become. Entertainer, motivational speaker, right? And I wrote a lot of different things in there, and I documented. I still got that book. And I found myself doing it all over again, bro. It was like my whole life just restarted. This was 2024, the end of 2024, I remember. And bro, like, I was going through that breakup too, man. So I was feeling so many emotions, fam. Like, I was feeling so many emotions. It was out of this world. And I was isolated, bro. Like, I went from doing all this in Atlanta to coming back here. And that's exactly what I needed. Looking back, that's exactly what I needed to happen, bro. So I started to learn about my self-concept. And this is when everything changed, right? To break this down in the most simplest form, y'all, the way that I escaped this loop, right now I'm like, I'm not even going to count the days, but you want to know days, bro, you can count. You can keep count. You can go on my last video, and I had announced my days. But, you know, we don't count days, right? Because that's a mind fucking itself, and that's for a whole nother video. But your self-concept, dog. So, you know, all the stuff that you've been through as a kid and all of that, right? That comes with you in this lifetime, man. It's just like if you get scarred with something. Everything that you see, if you don't check your beliefs, like, you can't get scarred with something. Like I said, bro, it's all happening for you. Anything that has happened to you in your life, bro, it's happening for you, right? And that's what I realized. That's what I had to realize through all of this. Because I had bad things that I've seen, bro. I've had bad things that I've experienced. But it all happened for me. I don't live in the past. Because if I'm thinking about that and I'm saying, dang, this is who I am, bro. This is creating my future. I'll never have a future. Because my past is creating my future, right? And let me speak on that real quick. You can look at your life like an experiment, bro. Think about God as having some type of experiment on you. Everything that you've been through in the past, that's the cause. Your future is the effect. So if you really want to change your future, you really got to manually go back in, look at these things and realize, oh, you got to find the good in all of them and turn them into a good cause so you can get a good effect, right? So you can get out of that loop, right? But your self-concept, dog, and I broke this down, but I'm going to break it down again. So everything in this world starts with your I am. In the Bible, it said the beginning was, you feel what I'm saying? The word, right? Listen, don't quote me. The Bible thumpers, don't come at me. But beginning, it was light. It was the light. But I'm gonna break this down. The light is consciousness, right? Everything around you is consciousness, right? And I'm gonna tell you this, dog. Like, once I started to really understand the esoteric knowledge behind everything, because I don't really try to go too esoterically deep with everything, but the esoteric knowledge behind everything is where everything stems from, right? Because even the biblical, everything in the Bible, bro, it was meant for those who have high levels of awareness to understand it, right? And to decode it. So everything starts with your self-concept, which is your I am, right? And this is what's governing your world. So when you see people say things like, I'm poor or something like that, you can really catch this when you are really tapped in with your I am, right? You're like, whoa, because I don't say none of those things. Like, that is whatever people say, is everything people do is a byproduct of who they are at that fundamental concept of themselves, which is their self, which is their I am, right? And once I realized this, I was like, who do I want to be in this world, right? And I didn't realize this overnight, dog. Like, I definitely had to get mentored by different coaches, mental coaches. Like, dog, I got good deals on it, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, it was just divine alignment, bro. Shout out to them. That's why I can even come on here and get this, talk like this and do this now, because I had to go through the fire, literally the fire, nigga. Every day it was kind of like torment, I'm not gonna lie. But we're here now, right? So first is your I am, which is your self-concept, right? Then after that is creating these thoughts in your head, right? So let's just say I'm rich, right? If I'm rich, it doesn't matter about if I got $0 in the bank account. It doesn't matter. I'm rich. These mental images, and this is why you have to focus on, you have to focus wherever attention goes, where attention flows, or whatever that shit is, right? You have to create these images. You have to be able to imagine different things, bro. Because when you are traumatized, everything is stuck on that. That's like a something in your mind that you can't get out of your mind. So listen, your self-concept, I am. What is that? I am rich. Now I'm telling you, whatever you say that, because you gotta concrete this. You have to become delusional to do this. You can't think with your logical mind, dog. You have to get out of your beta state of mind. I don't know if it's beta. I think, yeah, everybody's in beta state, and there's different levels to consciousness, right? But it's beta. But you have to get it. I forgot what it is. I got the chart, bro. I'm still learning this to tell you that, okay? I'm still learning all this. So I'm still a student to the game. But I can say that I've mastered to get out of this loop. So these thoughts, they're running like a river. They never stop, right? And after these thoughts, it's creating these feelings in your body. So let me break it down. I'm traumatized. That is your self-concept, right? Why are you saying you're traumatized? Because you're focusing subconsciously on something that has happened to you in the past. Do you understand this? So right now, you might be saying in your mind, subconsciously, I'm traumatized. That might be your I am. That's crazy. I ran with that forever. I'm traumatized. I'm traumatized. Every time I mess up or I relapse, I'm traumatized, right? That was my I am. Why am I saying that though? It was really stemming from what happened to me as a kid, right? But I was using it for justification. It doesn't matter if it was good or not. Listen, bro, there's no good or bad. You have to understand this is what it is and you have to change it. And I was creating these feeling states within my body. It would make me feel like protected because it was like a protective mechanism that I kept doing. This was the loop. This was the loop that I was going through, right? And then after that, after those feeling states, dog, you know, after you, so let me break it down. Self-concept, and then it's creating these thoughts, right? And then after those thoughts, it's creating these feelings. And after these feelings, this is when it's pushed out into your world. This is, and I can go really, really deep with this, dog, because I've been studying consciousness and a lot of this for a little minute, but this is pushed out into your world, bro, like projected out. And this is how your world is created, bro. And like, and you know, when you go to sleep at night, bro, you know, this is where nightmares and all of this come from. Like, think about, you keep going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into consciousness every single day that you go to sleep, and you keep bringing that to consciousness, and you keep coming out into this world, and it's being manifested into your world in real time. Let me say it one more time, bro. Your self-concept, that's creating these thoughts. Though after those thoughts, it's creating these feeling states. And after these feeling states, it's being pushed out into your world, right? Because think about it. Let's say you're dealing with trauma. You relapse and you go to sleep, right? Boom. Now you're going to fall asleep. You're going into consciousness, right? You come back. Because when you go to sleep, dog, that's when you really manifest. I'm going to be honest, bro. When you go to sleep, it's when you manifest. And I can go deep into the Bible. It has so many quotes that talk about this, right? But when you come back out in this world, you're wondering why everything is changing. Like, think about if you've been doing this forever. People are stuck on constant. They're stuck in this, dog. I was stuck in this. I didn't know how to get up out of this. So what I'm saying is, when I said earlier in the video, I said, bro, you can hear people talking about, like, you'll get old. Like, no, bro. Like, I'm gonna be honest. A lot of people won't get over this in this lifetime because the knowledge that has to come to you, bro, you really have to have somebody like, kind of like a hypnotizist, like somebody that can hypnotize you, or really like, because I had to fall asleep to different affirmations, bro. I had to reprogram my subconscious mind. I had to learn about the conscious mind, dog. I had to learn about feeling states. I had to be very delusional to believe that I was this version of myself that I am now. Bro, there's literally nobody in my entire world that I came across that has ever told me that in real life. Now yeah, I had to get mentored by certain coaches and stuff. And these guys are multi-millionaires. We would say that. But I seek that. You have to seek and you'll find, right? This video, this content ain't gonna find it's anybody, dog. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I made this channel, bro, because, you know, I do entertainment. I do a lot of different things, bro. But I have been through some things, bro. And this was messing with my self-image also. You know what I'm saying? Self-image is very big. But your self-image is your self-concept, right? I mean, everything starts from your I am, bro. It says it in the Bible. But I don't want to go too deep, dog, because if this video was about self-concept, then I can just, you know, get more deep on that, and I would have came in and locked in on that. But I had to go back in my memory and figure out all the stuff that has happened. That's why it was kind of like mumbo jumbo at first, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully you followed this up to this point. But I want to let you know, man, if you are dealing with a loop, you know, I completely understand that you are. And I want you to know, bro, you are good. You will be good. Nothing bad is going to happen. Like, I mean, bro, I was thinking about all type of bad stuff that was going to happen. And then, you know, in a sense, those bad things didn't happen. But I can see where the whitehead on the pimple was popped. You know what I'm saying? And that was the worst thing I could say. Like, you know, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be to overcome all of this. But the way that I had to face myself, bro, and the things that I had to go through to become this man, I don't think it's meant for everybody to do this, dog. Like, just being honest, bro, because you got to have something within you so strong to want to change. Also, I would say this, dog, and this is not a call to action. I can get on here and talk to you all day and try to, you know, give you a pacifier to feel better. But you got to invest in a coach. It don't got to be me, right? It could be another guy that you find that you you feel like it's doing it. And that's why, like, I'm not even really promoting my coaching right now, because I completely understand one thing that I'm not going to speak on. I'm not going to speak on, but eventually in videos I will, right? But remember this video when I said that. And it's just like, you got to be able to, but when you're in this state of being, when you are in a loop, you don't really see the world for what it is, because you're such in a cocoon. You're kind of stuck. You're like this because you're in a protective state. You keep going back to that because you're scared to get uncomfortable. And I can go so deep, bro. This shit can be 10 hours. I can go so deep on this. But I'm trying to reach those who are in a loop, bro, because I understand a lot of people are, bro, 99, I ain't gonna say 99, but like 90% of people that you see, bro, are in a loop. And it's levels to this. So it's like, if you are in a loop, bro, the best thing I could tell you to start doing is waking up in the morning time, writing a schedule out, and trying to get up out of that hypnotic state of being, because life is all about patterns, right? Life is all about patterns. So once the subconscious mind understands, bro, that you are moving a certain way, bro, it kind of locks you in. And like, when you got to use your conscious mind, sometimes it's kind of uncomfortable, because, you know, it's kind of like brushing your teeth. You brush your teeth every day, right? But let's say somebody said, bro, brushing your teeth was bad, right? You would kind of have to like unprogram that belief that brushing your teeth is good, and understand why brushing your teeth is bad, right? To have a different outlook on it. And your breath won't stink. Like I'm telling you, your breath not gonna stink, because whoever's telling you this, hopefully they got you with some type of deal that your breath don't stink. And you know that, I'm not gonna get too deep, bro. I don't want to get too conscious on this thing, bro. But like, you know, if you are in a loop, man, you good, man. I want you to understand, I've been through it, bro. A lot of other guys have been through it, but man, you might gotta get some coaching. I ain't gonna lie, and I got coaching coming, fam. I got coaching coming, but I still got things getting set up. It's big moves coming, bro. But just know this shit ain't a money grab. You understand me? But I'm gonna tell you, when you pay attention, right? If I give you this game for free, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna take it, bro. Now, me, I took it. You can take it. Like a lot of the stuff I'm telling you, bro, it can spark something in you, bro. But understand that investments, everything in this lifetime is investments, bro. And trust is a big thing. You know, you can't go get a credit card from anybody. You know, when you go do credit, you know, it's all about trust. Everything in this lifetime is about trust. So I'm not trying to build trust with you. I'm telling you what I've been through, and I beat this shit. Like, dog, if you go on One Truth Talk, you can see everything that I've been through the last year. Me documenting this, bro. I did this shit for a reason. Just so, you know, when I did overcome it, and it's crazy how perfect timing it happened, bro, like, you can see all the shit I've been through. You know, I ain't capping, bro. You know, I keep the camera up in front of me, bro. Like, I've been waiting for this moment to happen, and I had to go through all of this, and I realized, now that I'm here, what the problem was, dog, and why I was stuck in the loop. You know what I'm saying? My looks, everything has improved, bro. I'm not, and if y'all want me to do a part two, I'll do part two on this, you know, but I'm not trying to get too deep on this, because when you start talking about this, dog, you have to go within your mind, because a lot of stuff that's happened to you is all happening within your mind. Everything is happening up there, like up here, you know what I'm saying? So it's not easy, because you gotta go within yourself, bro. And sometimes that's not comfortable to do that by yourself. You gotta have somebody with you to do it, because you kind of lose touch of reality sometimes when you start doing, I don't even call it shadow work, but doing it by yourself. And then you can fall into some deep, deep, dark holes, you know what I'm saying? So just being honest, dog, you're gonna probably need a mentor, but you don't have to get mentored by me, bro. Find somebody that you trust, that you like, you know, and you really feel like they can get you up out of it. Right now, bro, hopefully, like, bro, even if you don't even, like, come back to this channel, I spark something within you so that you can go. I'm not saying get help, dog. I'm saying also find somebody who's just like you. Like me, bro, I'm rich. Why am I rich? Because it's my self-concept. Everything must follow that. It don't matter what the fuck I have in my bank account, no matter where I'm at right now, I'm rich. I already put that shit in my mind. Can't shit tell me I'm not. I walk like it, I talk like it. I woke up at 4 o'clock this morning, I wake up at 2:45 every day. I literally reprogrammed my whole life. Years ago, bro, I would have never thought waking up early, like, bro, what? My conversations is different. Bro, I'm downtown right now, bro. Everything in my life, bro, like, my level of awareness has changed. Like, I have a rich consciousness. The things that I see, the things that I explore, other people don't see. They don't explore it because they have a poor mindset. They have a poor consciousness. So therefore, they're attracting poor things. They only can see poorness in their reality. First, you have to become it. Then you attract it. I'm not going to talk your head off, man. Got my coffee. Phone on 20%. Hopefully, I can upload this in time. Might have to go back to the crib and upload it. But, hey, man. You got this, bro. I love you, bro. You got this, fam. Don't give up. If you stuck in a loop right now, you good. Stay up. Stay tuned, dog. We got daily uploads over here. Even on One Truth Talk, you know, we document over there. We got entertainment coming. We got a lot of shit. We got a lot of shit in motion, fam. But yeah, man. I'm a fool, but I'm a wise fool.